What is up, everybody? My name is Commander, and welcome back to another episode of Art Survival Evolved. This is another update video, and actually this update video might also lead into something more we're going to possibly be doing with Art. Just saying, I might be coming back to Art and doing a little more Art playing. So, today is a big day in Ark. And you know what? I find this suit of armor very, very heavy. Like, I can't hardly walk anymore. Actually, that's not true. I can walk fine right now. But there is something very, very important with the most recent update in Ark. That is, check this crap out. My helmet weighs 4 pounds. My chest weighs 10 pounds. My legs weigh 10, and my boots weigh 4, and my gloves weigh 2 pounds. Now, just yesterday, this armor weighed all of it. Weighed 0.5 pounds apiece. So the total was 2.5 pounds for an entire flak suit. Now we're looking at 20, 24, 30 pounds of armor. Guys, they've changed some stuff. And honestly, in a way, it's for the better. There was always never an excuse to go, most of the time you just picked up flak. You'd rather flak over the riot gear. Why? Because flak was lighter. Now, your armor has a different weight. We're going to go over all the armors today with all the different weights and see exactly what they changed on each one, because they all apparently scale differently. So we're going to load all the armors up, we're going to look at them, and then let's see what the difference is. I do want to point out one other thing though, as I did check this right away. An ascended piece of gear does not lose any weight, so it doesn't gain or lose, so this armor is going to be just the same. It would be kind of cool to find really good gear, and some of the gear was really light, and while other stuff was really, really heavy. That would be really cool. So Arc Devs, if you're listening, which I doubt you are, but you never know, that would be really cool, like a scalable weight according to what you picked up, and heavy armor with high strength versus light armor with, I mean, you could just have some that have less weight. It would be a really cool thing to have. Alright guys, we are back, and now as you can see, we're in our glorious chitin armor, or chitin armor, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I prefer chitin, but everybody likes to say chitin. I think they just want to sound cool and use the extra pronunciation to it. But, so, we're looking at the next armor, right? So, right off the bat, the helmet weighs exactly the same, 4 pounds. But, your chest piece and your leggings are now 6, while your boots and your hands are 3. So, there is a bit of a difference here. They're not like previous sets of armor where they don't weigh that much. Again, same thing, they don't weigh the 0.5, but they're not as heavy as the other, and they don't give as much armor, so it makes sense. So this is your chitin armor. We are now at 6, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22 pounds of weight. That's not bad for chitin armor. Granted, chitin armor, in my opinion, it needs something else, some sort of other value. I feel this armor has always been lacking of something. It would be really cool if chitin armor was completely immune to the spit from the arthropleura. That would make this armor like really cool. Make it kind of like that predator armor, or not predator armor, the alien's skin, since it's made of chitin, and make it immune to the acid. That would be really cool. Arc Devs, if you're listening again, make it happen. All right, guys, we are now mostly in our next suit. We are missing an item. Let's go back into the inventory. I've been playing too much PixArk, trying to hit I instead of my F2 button. Alright, so we're mostly in our next set of armor here. Our wonderful, wonderful hot leather armor. And it is, aren't we sexy? I better not. I'm going to just cut that part out. So we're in 1 pound now on your hat, while your suit weighs 4 pounds, or your chest piece. Your pants weigh 4 pounds, which isn't bad considering the chitin weighed 6, and this is now a little less, and it's way less than the other. And 0.5 on the gloves, and 1 pound on the boots. So you're looking at 2, 10, 10.5 pounds. That's not too bad. It's a lot lighter than the other two so far. We're now under 20 pounds. We're just barely over 10. Yeah, armor values are all staying the same. Everything's staying the same about them, but now they have some different weights. Now, they said they also worked on cloth, and we can look at cloth right now. We have the cloth right here for us. We just need to make sure we put it all on here. And there we go. That's a more manly look. Honestly, the leather, it just needs to calm down a little bit. Maybe Honestly, the leather should have been a short sleeve shirt too. That would have been really cool. But you can see 0.3 pounds on the shoes, 0.3 pounds on the gloves, 0.5 on the hat, which I'm kind of surprised the shoes weighed less than the hat. You would think that'd be the other way around. Then we got 1 pound and 1 pound. That's not bad at all. You're looking at basically 3.1 pounds. That's not bad. Not bad at all. But I mean, really, almost no change on the cloth. I mean, yeah, it did. In fact, these two reduced in weight. Well, these two increased in weight. But you know what? For 3 pounds, I can handle that. I can handle that. That's not a big deal. But let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, so we have our next set of armor right here, and look at us, aren't we all snugly warm inside there? Well, let's go look at it. It weighs 4 pounds on the, now the thing is, I don't know if the weights have actually changed on this or whether or not it's the same. I feel like some of the weights have been scaled up a little bit. Your weight on your hat is 4 pounds, just like the flak helmet would be, and actually the chitin helmet as well. Your gloves are weighing yourself 2 pounds, and your boots are back up to weighing a whopping 4 pounds. Now, the real kicker is the chest piece. 12 pounds on the chest, 12 on the leggings. That means you're weighing 24 pounds right there. 28, 32, 34 pounds. This is more than the flak armor with less protection. More than chitin with less protection. But if you're going to be up in the winter biome, you're going to need some armor that will protect you from that cold. And this is your armor. So, yeah, got to kind of deal with it, right? Well, unfortunately, that's the case here. But you know what? It's not bad. I mean, honestly, this is a good change for Ark. Armor used to have, so many of them had different weight scales that just were not, they made them no point to wear it. And now you at least have a point to say, well, you know what? I want to wear lighter armor. I want to wear heavier armor. And if you don't want to wear the heavier armor because you can't afford to wear it because you need to carry a bunch of explosives or whatever, now at least you're penalized for either wearing light armor or wearing heavy armor without the weight. So guys, we are in our desert cloth armor, and look at those shoes. Oh my god, you haven't had such nice shoes in this game till now. Honestly, the best, can we get a better look? Yeah, best look we're gonna get right there. The best looking shoes of all the outfits. I wish all shoes looked like that in this game. Give you some real tennis shoes, it looks cool. Honestly, this armor is probably one of the best armors. I like the cloth, I'm not a big fan of the leather, but this one right here just looks badass. But we're not here to admire the armor. We're here to check out what they might have done to the weight. Now, I don't know if the weight changed on this one at all, but we're going to cover the weight on this one as well, as it gives you 40 points of armor, and unfortunately only be learned on Scorched. But if you already can build the armor, well, here it is. 1 point of weight on the hat, which makes sense with the goggles. Actually, you would think it would weigh a little more due to the fact of the goggles, but you know what? We'll take it. The chest piece is 6 pounds, which is definitely heavier even than the leather, if I'm right. No, yeah, leather weighs 4 pounds. Your pants, again, are going to weigh more, but they do give more armor, so they weigh 6 pounds. Your shoes are only 2 pounds. Not bad. I guess you got to be light on your feet, as, well, actually, it still, again, weighs more than the other one, so it's just weird. The hats, this is the only one that weighs the same so far. And then the gloves weigh 1 pound as also, where actually hide gloves don't weigh but 0.5, so. But overall, everything's kind of doubled in weight, but at the same time, you're getting more protection for this armor. So, should it weigh more? Yes, it should, because, I mean, if it's going to protect you better, it should weigh more, in general. I mean, that's the idea, at least. Now, how much does it weigh total? That's 12, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 pounds. That's not bad. It's not bad. Again, really, really helpful. And, I mean, granted, it's not helpful for anybody who like to wear the armor and just barely go by the bare minimums of weight. But now, well, you had to have a little more weight just to support your armor, to keep the same loads that you're carrying before. Or maybe it won't affect you at all. But it's done something. Alright guys, here we are. Right armor. So, what does it look like when it comes down to your inventory? Well, armor is of course always the same, but here we start getting to weigh even more than the flak. Well, the flak had 4 pounds in the helmet. You're now looking at 6 pounds. So we're definitely getting heavier as we do this. 14 pounds on the chest, 14 pounds on the legs, so we're already getting really up there in weight now. 5 pounds on the shoes, and 3 pounds on the hands, or the gloves, however you want to refer to it. Now, has this armor changed from previous? I could not tell you. I never spent much time in Riot because Black was lighter. Now that flak exists with a weight scale, you might actually very well just produce more riot armor and wear more riot armor. Flak is still easy to get a hold of, and normally has a very easy to fabricate as well. So I can kind of see flak still leading the charge when it comes to armor, but we might see a little more riot armor wearing happen because, well, it's easier to fabricate, or I mean, it weighs just the weight difference is much different from what it was before. Alright guys, after a very brutal battle with all three of the bosses so I could wear this stuff, let's check out if tech armor has any weight to it now. Now again, I don't know if tech armor ever had a weight beforehand. This one I could probably look back on a previous video and find that out, but we're just going to go over the weight. If it did have a weight beforehand, well, you know what? It still has a weight now, and maybe it's changed. I don't know. 4 pounds on the helmet, 6 pounds on the 6 pounds on the chest, 6 pounds on the legs, 3 on the feet, and then 3 on the gloves. Really a light set of armor, actually, and does very good protection at 180 points of armor. Again, we're not looking, I mean, now tech armor unfortunately does not ascend. You can't get higher qualities of it. You're stuck with the base model. And 180 points of armor is really, really good just overall. By this point, the armor's not scaling up as much as it is just its armor. And 180 is kind of the line. After this, you're really not going to see much of an effect, and you're paying a lot of resources. This is already expensive, and couldn't imagine getting an ascended piece of this. So, 180 points of armor. Oh, so well, it means that's not bad, but the total quality is 60 or 6. You're looking at 10, 16, 22 pounds. That's not bad for a tech suit. I mean, light with a lot of protection and also special abilities. Okay, all you Dark Assassins out there, we are looking at, yes, it's a reference to Zombo. We're looking at the last one. I kind of missed this one earlier on in the video, and so I'm stuffing it in now. So here we are looking at the armor here. If you look at it, it goes 4 points, 8 points, 8 points, 2, and 2. Not much armor protection, and actually it weighs a lot more, considerably more than the Chitin. As the Chitin only weighs, I mean, the shoes here, 2 pounds, 2 pounds. That's not too bad, as the Chitin weighs 3 pounds there. And on the gloves, but here it is with the armor, like the leggings and the chest piece, they weigh 6. Well, I mean, you see 6. Well, these weigh 8, so these are going to have a lot more weight to them. And then the ghillie, the headpiece, which honestly I feel should weigh less due to the material it's made of, but I guess it weighs 4 pounds also, which means it weighs as much as weighs as much as either one of the other helmets. So unfortunately for all you Dark Assassins out there, it's going to be one of those things where now you're going to have to weigh a little bit more. We're going to be a little less looting for you Dark Assassins. But that's going to be it, guys. Basically, these are the updates that were going to happen in it, and the biggest ones that really struck out to me were the increased vault storage slots to 350. I guess they had to one up S Plus there and go with 350 instead of 300. And then they changed all these, and it looks like we missed ghillie, so we'll have to go back and do ghillie. Apparently they increased greenhouse structure HP and decay timer. So, you know, I mean, only affect new structures. So apparently with your greenhouses, make sure you rebuild them, because apparently the old greenhouses are made of weak material, and I guess everybody on Ark learned how to make stronger ones. Added a pin code to the refrigerator, which is going to be really, really nice. Right here, this one, I mean, that means you can lock your fridge finally, keep everybody from stealing your eggs. Basically, there are a lot of updates to the patch. There are a lot of little ones, a few big ones in there, but they're really not too much. You can pause the video right now and check out the rest. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. I hope you understood everything that happened with this update that was really, really important. This is kind of it right here. But you all have a great day. And I'll catch you next time.